Okay, now we're going to learn how to create tables of evaluation for an exponential function. To do this, we need to remember the exponent properties. Remember that a base raised to a negative power can be rewritten as 1 over a to a positive power. And 1 over a raised to a negative power can be rewritten as a to a positive power. So let's start with this first function. G of x equals 1/7 to the power of x. So if I want to evaluate this function in -2, this is going to be 1/7 to the power of -2. And by the properties of exponents, I know this can be rewritten as 7 to the power of 2, meaning 49. If I want to evaluate this function in -1, I will do the same thing. 1/7 evaluated in -1 means 7 to the power of 1, meaning 7. Now, notice that if you evaluate this function in 0, this is going to be 1/7 to the power of 0. And remember that any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. Now, if we evaluate in 1, this function is going to be 1/7 to the power of 1, and that is 1/7. So these two are the important points, because if I evaluate this function in 0, the exponential function always gives me 1, and if I evaluate this type of functions in 1, I get in return the original base. Lastly, if I want to evaluate in 2, this is 1 to the power of 1/7 to the power of 2. This is 1 squared over 7 squared. This is 149 by properties of exponents. And that's it. Another example. If I want to use this function 4 to the power of x, and if I want to evaluate in -2, this is 4 to the power of -2, and by the properties of exponents, this is 1 over 4 to the power of 2. This is 1/16. Thus, if I evaluate the function in -1, this is 4 to the power of -1. This is 1 to the power of 4. 1 over 4 to the power of 1, this is 1/4. And again, if I evaluate this function in 0, this is 4 to the power of 0, and as any number, this is always going to be 1. And if I evaluate this function in 1, this is going to give me the base. Lastly, if I evaluate this function in 2, it's just 4 to the power of 2, that's 16. And that's it.